Hey everybody, this thought about AfroTech, the enormous event in downtown Oakland that is in its fourth year and attracting 10,000 people to our downtown, that was put on, developed by its founder and Blavity founder, Morgan DeBaun. It's really gratifying to see this happen in Oakland at this time because prior to AfroTech, Oakland's black population was, and really arguably still is, on the numerical decline, but also in a lot of different ways, it seems there are forces that are trying to render us all but invisible. It's difficult, but there is that feeling among many of us in Oakland who are residents. It took an outsider, Ms. DeBaun, to really come in and do something that Oakland has not wanted to do: pay attention to its black tech population and to blacks in tech in general. She has, with this gigantic event, collectively grabbed Oakland and made it focus on us. You have to understand that in the past, Oakland was, between the 70s and the 80s, as much as roughly 60% African American. And then manufacturing industry decline led to population decline. And we never quite regained our footing as the tech industry emerged. And of course, there is the much talked about racism among established tech firms, not to mention financing direction. But within that, and how it's impacted Oakland, is such that we have a number of events that come under the heading of institutional racism. Institutional racism. The most famous of them being, of course, Barbecue Becky. It took one dramatic action, really just one, to remind Oakland and really the world that blacks in tech are cool. And not only that, there are a lot of us. And that's precisely what AfroTech is doing. Now, you may wonder what's happened to the black population over the time period that I alluded to in my vlog a little earlier. Well, some of us have passed on. Others have grown and moved out to the suburbs. Others have moved to places like, well, Georgia, for example, or the Midwest, or other parts of the United States. And still, there are others who remain, like myself, but then there's also a sad group that have become homeless. And as I make this vlog, about 24 hours ago or thereabouts, a local Oakland family, once well established, became homeless, and this week was moved off of its homeless encampment by the city of Oakland on Wood Street. Very terrible. So what could change that? AfroTech. Because it reminds everyone, including us, that, as Whoopi Goldberg might say, we is. And it's a great speak of self-affirmation to have this go on. So congratulations, Morgan, on doing this. And I just want people to see some of the sights and sounds from AfroTech, courtesy of the stories area on Instagram, Morgan DeBaun. Watch this. That's, she just opened the doors. That was 14 hours ago at the Oakland Convention Center. That's Will Lucas. And that's presentation. And that's Ms. DeBaun with one of the speakers. But look at that line. That's outside the convention center, and that goes from Broadway over there down 10th Street. And then this is inside in one of the tents actually nearby. That's not inside the convention center. This is inside the convention center as Morgan is headed to the stage. This is outside in Old Oakland, and look what she's done. She's put out these different areas for food. This is a public gathering next to Swan's Market in Old Oakland. That is cool. That is really cool. It's a block party. And then indoors. Folks are everywhere. Really an incredible gathering. Look at that. And look at how people are using their smartphones. A lot of personal communications to people. Not much public. Here's the AfroTech stage. And everyone's celebrating, and that's Morgan with that's Debbie Brown. Debbie Brown. She's giving her props to Morgan, who's done an incredible job with us. I mean, to say the least. And she's actually giving a midday recap here. That's her team. Actually, that's toward the end of the day with her team. That's Angela Rye, who's generally on CNN if you recognize her face. See? This is cool. Look at this. Old Oakland, the green. That she's got all that put out there. You can download this Travel Noir app for AfroTech. And she's having dinner with her ladies in tech, as you can see. And that's Melissa Butler at the Ladies in Tech event. Actually, that's actually Morgan talking. That's Melissa Butler videoing Morgan talking. Excuse me. And I apologize because the sound isn't coming up here, but I want you to see this nonetheless. That's a party going on tonight. About 32 minutes ago, and she's marked blessed. That was 32 minutes ago, and that's it. That is a taste, a micro taste of all that is going on at AfroTech, and that was AfroTech day one. So go down to, well, first of all, you got to fly to Oakland, but go to Oakland Convention Center, which is connected to the Marriott Hotel, which is one of the main sponsor hotels in downtown Oakland. It's sold out, but you don't necessarily need a ticket to enjoy all that AfroTech has to offer and meet people. The whole point is for Blacks in tech to meet each other and to meet people who are venture capitalists who can help advance your business. And also, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, you don't have to be Black to go to AfroTech. I have been to many white tech events, and I'm Black. So it's nice to see the tables turned for once, although I know that's not precisely the intent of this particular event. I have an idea myself, but the idea really is one of, I call, unification. And also self-worth. It's something that we need to see and do far more often. So congratulations, Morgan. Rock on.